Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we find ourselves inside an older member of the Lamborghini family. This is the Lamborghini Countach. However you choose to say it, this is one of the cars I remember from a movie back in the day called The Cannonball Run. For two very young, lovely ladies driving this beast in rather tight catsuits, pursued by the police all day and stopped for just fun. However, we're going to take it to the Tokyo 600 circuit today, find out whether it's got what it takes to win the race. Settings will be sports hard tyres, taking it to 599.76 pp against the target 600. We've had to trade off some tyres to get that brake horsepower above 400 mark, which is where I think is the kind of benchmark that this car needs to have to be able to be competitive in this race. I guess one of the things we're trying to do here is to find as many cars as we can that will win this race, to break up that grind and to make the grind less grindy. So fully customizable suspension, everything default, nothing changed. Fully customizable rear diff, set to 5, 10, 15. We've halved all the numbers. Downforce is 200 on the rear, that's all you're going to get. ECU 100. Performance adjustment, there's none of, so the restrictors at 100. The transmission is on the fully customizable manual, set to 310. We've not changed anything there, it's just a 5-speed box. We have only the air cleaner, silencer and exhaust manifold on racing, along with the brake system and pads on racing's brake controller to the front to -3 to give them some braking with these hard tyres. Racing clutch and flywheel, polished ports, high lift camshaft, the increased body rigidity. We're going for a simple setup, nothing complicated. There's not a lot to offer here. We haven't changed the wheels, we're leaving them as default, and in custom parts it's only a rear wing, and we of course have gone for the high Type 20. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't. No racing parts, no others to change. As we said, it's going to be sports hard tyres to go the 12 laps. I'm hoping that we're going to not have to change them. I'm also hoping that fuel is going to take us as far as it can go. Assist will be traction control 1, ABS on default because it's not a race car, counter steer assistance on strong. Controller settings will be force feedback max torque 7, force feedback sensitivity 10. Right then, without further ado, let's give it a do. Here we go. So, brake balance should be -3. It is. Now we're going to watch on the fuel. I'm going to try and take the draft of Mr. Gentry early. Up into 5th gear, and we're going to start to rattle past the opposition. Now, no more changes at this point. Hoping we're not going to be short of gear when we're going the full straight. Braking just before the 200. Oh, we got punted from the rear. That's the end of the clean race bonus, I'm sure of that. That was Mr. Beauvoir, gave us a short, swift slap in the buttress, didn't it? So we're in 10th place. It looks like we're going to be having a fight this race, but fuel is up to 8.5. So as long as we can get these tyres to react, as long as we can start making progress, this is going to be a winner. Now, occasionally I do run races before and give myself a preview. On this occasion I haven't. So we're just going to rattle through and see where it goes. This is any victory or loss well, you won't see any losses, but any victory will be a surprise to me, and we'll see what we do. Slidey car on these hard tyres. If we hadn't have took the hard tyres, we'd have potentially been adding weight to try and get the power into the car. Might have helped, might have kept given the car some more traction, you never know. I'm hoping that we're going to be in and out of the pits a lot quicker than the AI guys, which will give us the opportunity to gain some time. We're 11 seconds down on the leader. So, looking at the clock, looking at what our opening lap is going to be, we're in 9th place. Into 5th gear before the start finish line. We're looking to try and get the draft of the car in front, but the gap looks too great. Gallo already slides in a 2:15.199. Again to the top end of the rev range, 8 laps of fuel remaining. There we go, just flashing at the top end, it's perfect. Braking just before the 200. Miazano and Beauvoir, which is where we were roughly last lap. If we can get this car moving and a grooving, it needs to. 12 seconds down on the leaders. Part of the reason this car is going to be a struggle is it's the older generation, isn't it? It's pre all your electronic ignition and all that stuff. It's a classic sports car. It's one of the first. It's a unique shape, kind of like a jelly mold. It's not pretty in its own right. I guess that's down to the eye of the beholder, but it's certainly eye-catching and striking. But trying to get this car to drive forwards on the edge. Quite comfortable where we're sat at the moment, 9th place. We will start to make inroads on these boys, we will do. Just give Mr. Miazano a tap just to let him know we're here. If it was 4-wheel drive, it would be so much more car. Are we going to do a 212? 212 would be nice. Mr. Gallo does a 210. Mr. Miazano gets slid behind. We're up to 8th. Larzan next. We're going to take his slipstream and try and make use of that. 212.103. No 6th gear. And Mr. Fraga in front. Mr. Beauvoir's made some progress after that first lap incident, hasn't he? On our way. 13 seconds off the lead. Now I do need to acknowledge a few people here, and I won't do it by name, but I'll do it by reference. A couple of people have sent me setups for different cars for this race, and I'm really appreciative. Really appreciative. Not appreciative. Appreciative. There's a car that I'm very, very keen to try out, and there's also the fact that I do like to do like matching pairs. So for example, if somebody sends me a Civic, I don't just want to do one Civic, I want to do another one. So I've had 2 requests, one for a car with no setup offered, so can I just do one, and also one for a particular Civic with a setup, and I'm going to do both. They will not be far away. do know there's some Civic lovers out there, so let's see if we can catch Beauvoir. We're a bit slidey sideways coming into that corner, so 13.6 seconds from the lead. Mr. Gallo is going to pit on lap 5, we estimate. I can see Hazal in the distance. That was a 2:11.8. So this car is just on the cusp of being capable of winning this race. They go to the right of Beauvoir, 197. It's almost a 200 mile an hour car, this. Not to be sniffed at, not to be ignored. Well, we had to spin the wheel then to get some opposite lock going. That was a frightening moment. We're just going to let him hang out to our right. The line is starting to appear. It's drying up. Front and rear tyres showing a bit of wear. And we're not really gaining on Mr. Gallo. He's punching the time in, isn't he? We're going to be red here, I'm guessing, yeah. Not particularly fast, and that's not tyre wear, that was just a couple of corners. These tyres aren't great, but it gives us the power we need. Brake on the 175, give yourself a chance. Using the gears to get us slow down. Kind of crashing the box really, gear slamming to a degree. While the car's straight, that's not a problem. As we come cruising up onto lap 5. One thing we haven't done for a long time is use any racing tyres here. We've been using lower grade tyres to try and give us the opportunity to get up there. There was a 2:13.1, so it's 1.3 seconds slower than our previous lap. That hasn't helped our campaign for the front. 5 laps of fuel remaining, so that'll take us to the end of lap 9, which is Gallo's second pit, which kind of getting the drift going, throwing the steering wheel, but not fast that. We've got to get the car controlled. Need to start seeing some forward progress. Doing okay here. Little tap on the wall just to remind us that the wall is there. Brake there just to check the car. There's Mr. Hazal. Using third gear to hold the car. And there's what I mean by making some forward progress. We are sight of difference of Mr. Sus Willow, so we can see second place, and that gives us a little bit of motivation just to keep plodding. Indicator turned on, obviously, from when I spun the wheel the second time. 175 on the brakes. I'll roll round. No power, no brake. I think these tyres are going to go all the way. Mr. Gallo goes to the pits then. Just Willow, Cookabun and Hazal keep thrashing it out. All three are in front of us. 2:12.1, so 0.3 down on our previous fastest Let's see if we can slide this car into this final corner controlled this time. Gonna brake just a fraction earlier after these puddles. Keep it in third gear. Mr. Hazal made way. He saw us coming. Didn't feel a need to close the door, which was nice of him. Hobo next on the back register. I'm looking at the rear tyres. I'm thinking, Mr. Cookerman, incredibly quick, and we're going to see that in a moment as we attempt to make the pass here. Gave us a tap on the left side. He's going to come hurtling past us, I would guess. We chase down Suswillow, 3.4 seconds ahead. We're going to definitely do 3 more laps after this, 7, 8 and 9, one would suggest. Is this a quicker lap? 12.2. No, it isn't. Just 1/10 down on our previous best. Fastest lap of the race is with Mr. Suswillow, 2:10.144. That's significantly faster than us. But I do feel the need that we might take tyres at the pit stop. I can tell you that this is going to be a very close race. We're going to be pitting after these guys. They are going to be stationary longer because they're going to take more fuel, and that's the only thing we've really got to be focused on. There's also the fact that we could save 4 seconds by not taking a new set of tyres. 5 laps to go. I think we're fine for tyres. I don't think we have to change them. Mr. Suswillow makes room. A bit controlled. We're managing to keep the car from sliding and kicking the rear out too much. And we have the ability to stop at the same time as these guys and top up with fuel, or we can try and set a faster lap on lower fuel. That's where I'd really like to be. And we could take a new set of tyres and really light fuel and really push. Looks like we're going to be going the overcut. We only should need to take 3 laps of fuel at the end, shouldn't we? That's all we need to do. Let's see if we can do the 200 again. Lots of people gone to the pits, and we are 17 seconds ahead of Gallo, which is reassuring. He's got a pit once, so have we. I don't think it's worth scaling this back to fuel map 3 or 4 to try and go a no stopper. I think that's a little bit beyond this car's control. .6 seconds in the lead. We're about to go on to our final lap, our last lap of this stint. Question is, how far ahead of Suswillow and Cookabun are we? I notice Cookabun has taken the lead from Suswillow. So we'll give you a shout out of the order then. Widdowmaker in first by 13.2 seconds. We're losing out slowly to Mr. Gallo. That was our fastest lap at 2:11.252, just 0.001 faster. Yamanaka's in third, Cookabun fourth, Suswillow fifth, Hazal sixth, Solis seventh, Fraga eighth. A break just before the 200. Interesting thing there, we were purple lap at the end of the straight, so this car has got straight line speed. I think we need to take those tyres. I think the rear end's just starting to get a little bit slippy. Really opposite lock-in, really making me panic. So it will be 10, 11 and 12. 3 laps of fuel we need to take. Whilst I sit here saying that, I just kind of feel this is comfortable. And I shouldn't be thinking that, should I? Because anything can happen. .175. So off to the pits, we shouldn't forget that. 0.5 of a lap remaining, so we're good. We're going to take to 3.2. And we're going to change tyres. So we're 13 seconds ahead. Change the tyres. And then you can see the little diamond there on the screen. That's going to tell us where we need to fuel up to. And Gallo is in behind us. 3.2 and we're away. And it looks like we're clear of the chasing pack as well. 9.3 seconds ahead of Gallo. Gallo's out of pits ahead of Cookabun. Yamanaka's gone into the pits. So it is a close race to the finish then. Gallo, Cookabun's just overtook Gallo as Gallo emerges from the pit lane. 8.7 seconds, so we're basically losing 3 seconds of a lap to them, 3 seconds per lap, and we are in trouble. I think we have a winning car here. I think this will be one of my more challenging drives. It is a very slippery car, especially in the wet early on. Getting the braking quite right is going to be quite tricky. On the 175, pull that a little bit of time on Cookerman there. Gallo has increased the fastest lap to a 208.015. That is a significant challenge for this car at a 211.252 fastest lap on lap 8. Now is the only time we'll see if we can actually compete with that. Lowest fuel on best tyres, 2.4 laps of fuel. So let's see if we can touch the 200. That would be an achievement, I think. Gonna brake just where we normally do, just before the 200. There we go. Gonna keep it in third. Didn't see the 200. I don't think we touched it. There we go. In we come. Half a second up. That's the difference between worn and fresh tyres. A little bit of a short shift to try and get the drive out the corner. It's a naturally aspirated car, this. No turbo assistance, no boost. It's got a lot of torque, but I didn't really look to see if it was a short shifter or not. Oh, we're up by 3/4 of a second. That's nice. See if we can keep that moving and grooving. Clipping that apex isn't what we want. 11 seconds. So we're making that increase over Cookerman. The guys have given up. They're not challenging. 175. Round the hairpin. That's a decent amount of time up in it. That could be a solid 210. .209 almost. That's definitely good enough, but Gallo is now pushing. He's got past Cookerman. He's starting to whack in those laps. Look. Are we going to see him really increase that time? Just going to brake just before. We didn't hit the 200 again. He hasn't improved his lap time. He's got down to 10-second lead though. This is the final lap. It was worthwhile changing those tyres. I definitely think we saved ourselves a little bit of time on the fastest lap. We're 2 seconds down on the fastest lap though. But acceleration, top speed, getting past the car in front is everything you need to do to improve. There we go then. 9 seconds, so we're just eroding a little bit away, but all we're doing is managing this to the end now. Accelerating away from this final hairpin one more time as we get the back end moving. Wowzers. Here we go then. Finish the race off with a flourish. Fuel down to half a lap as it was last time we came to the pits. Very efficient car. 7 seconds in the lead. Leading out Gallo in second, Cookham third, Suswillow fourth, Gazelle fifth, Blazen sixth, Braga seventh, and Beauvoir eighth. The Lamborghini Countach wins the Tokyo 600 and delivers some credits to the bank. But what does it do? 27 minutes dead, so not the slowest car we've taken, but not the fastest either. 1 minute 53 ahead of Gentry, so no real sight of being able to catch a lap marker. The fastest lap goes to Mr. Gallo on lap 8, a 2:08.015. But a decent little win from a decent little car. No clean race bonus taken away from us by that ramming in the rear in the first couple of laps. There you have it, folks. Another little car to take to the arsenal, and we get a interesting view from the inside again of the race start. So here you have it, folks. Thank you very much for joining us today. If you do like what you see, don't forget to click the like and the subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next one. All the best now. Take care. Goodbye for now.